Hello, my name is Claire Hansen. I'm the chair of the bereavement committee and a nurse here at MD Anderson at Cooper. We thank you for joining us tonight to remember and celebrate the lives of your loved ones and your friends who became our patients and who we had the privilege of caring for. One final thought to share as you remember your loved ones tonight and in all the days to come. Let the tears fall when they come. Let laughter rise when memories bring warmth. Let grief and joy coexist, for they are not opposites. They are just love in different forms. Up next is Dr. Christopher Bolich. He is a member of the Palliative Medicine team. The palliative team provides specialized care to our patients. They focus on assisting patients with symptom management and quality of life. Their expertise is greatly appreciated by all of the team members at MD Anderson at Cooper. Dr. Bolich.
Thank you, Claire. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here with us today. We gather here to honor and remember those we love, those whose lives touched ours, and whose absence we now carry. While each of our losses is deeply personal, we want you to know that the loss of your loved one was not felt by you alone. Every person who walked through our cancer center became part of our lives. From the moment they arrived, greeted by a familiar face at the floor, a quiet word from security, a helping hand from a valet, they were seen, they were known, and they mattered. Our nurses, medical assistants, advanced practice providers, physicians, therapists, and staff walked beside them through moments of courage, fear, laughter, exhaustion, and hope. We shared conversations about families, favorite meals, milestones, and memories. We bore witness not only to illness, but to strength, dignity, humility, and love. Although we were privileged to walk only part of your loved one's journey, their presence changed us. They taught us about resilience. They reminded us why compassion matters, and it left a lasting imprint on this place and the people who serve here every day. Please know that we hold the memories with deep respect and gratitude. Their stories are woven into who we are as caregivers and as people. They are remembered not as diagnosis, but as individuals whose lives meant something to all of us. Thank you for allowing us to care for them. Thank you for trusting during moments that mattered most. And thank you for sharing this time of remembrance with us. They were part of our lives, and they remain part of who we are. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Bolich. They were very great, good thoughts. Next, we have Lisa McLaughlin, who is a social worker at MD Anderson at Cooper, and she is going to give us some thoughts about grief.
Good evening. This evening, I have the privilege of speaking to you about grief. Grief is a natural consequence of loss. When we lose something we value, we grieve its absence. When we lose a person we love, grief goes deep. Each person deals with grief in a unique way. Some manage by keeping busy, others by taking time to sit still and reflect. There's no rule book, no formula to adhere to. When life is changed by the absence of someone special, we do the best we can to adapt to new ways of doing things without that person. Some days are harder than others. This is normal. Some days, like anniversaries and holidays, can be especially challenging. Be kind to yourself. One way we can show ourselves kindness is to give ourselves permission to react to our loved one's passing in whatever manner feels right. A few weeks after we lose someone special, the support often wanes. The casseroles stop coming, and the world seems to move on. If we need to take a day to just feel the loss every once in a while, that's okay. It's also important to remember that grief is not linear. We do not go through orderly stages, feeling less and less sadness each day. We can be moving right along, minding our own business, when a feeling of intense sadness hits out of the blue, triggered by a thought, a smell, an object, anything. And there we are, right back in the thick of it. Author Vicki Harrison said, "Grief is like the ocean. It comes on waves ebbing and flowing. Sometimes the water is calm, and sometimes it is overwhelming. All we can do is learn to swim." It is the learning to swim that is our part to do. There are things we can do to help ourselves, simple things like completing a to-do list or making plans with friends, or small steps toward a larger goal of learning to live well without our loved one. Some people need swim lessons in the form of outside help. There is no shame in needing help to handle the pain of losing a loved one. And help is out there. Support groups, counselors, even hotlines open in the middle of the night. I hope that by seeing all the people on this service tonight that you know you are not alone and get some comfort from the presence of others in this space. I'd like to close with a quote from Jamie Anderson, who says, "Grief, I've learned, is really just love. It's all the love you want to give but cannot. All that unspent love gathers up in the corners of your eyes, the lump in your throat, and in that hollow part of your chest. Grief is just love with no place to go." Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Next, we will have Roseanne Whittington, who is also a social worker at MD Anderson at Cooper, and she'll share a poem with us and start our video.
By an unknown author, there's a poem that I'd like to share with you that I will be reading. It's called "The Light That Lingers, Like Warmth That Gently Stays." The chairs still hold a space you filled, the windows miss your eyes. You always look for bits of blue in even darkest skies. We speak your name, a whispered prayer, for love outlives the empty chair. It does not end, it only stays, transformed, yet ours, in quieter ways. You taught us courage isn't fear that somehow fades away, by choosing still to hold a hand on hard and fragile days. Now traces of your strength remain in everything we do. The light that carries lives on here, still guiding us and is still true. We speak your name with tenderness, with love that does not part. For love does not end when we lose, it changes and it stays in our heart. I hope you enjoyed that. It's something that personally touched me, and I'm so happy that I was able to share it with you all. At this time, we have the honor and privilege at MD Anderson at Cooper to share the photos that you all sent in of your loved ones who also feel like family to all of us. So if you could please light your candles if you have one, and we will begin the tribute video.
Next, we'll have Sean Reed, who is a chaplain at Cooper Hospital, share a prayer with us.
Thank you, Claire. If you all would just take a moment and pause, let us all bow our heads for a moment of remembrance. We gather today in a shared space of reflection, honoring the lives of those we remember. Each person we hold in our thoughts brought their own story, their own strength, their own presence into this world. It is our prayer that their impact continues in the lives they touch. This is a moment for all of us, families, friends, caregivers, and staff, to breathe, to remember, and to acknowledge the emotions that accompany loss. Grief looks different for each of us, and all expressions of it are welcome here. May this time offer comfort to those who are mourning, steadiness to those who continue to heal, and a sense of connection to everyone who carries memories forward. As we move through this service, may we find space for gratitude, space for sorrow, and space for the quiet strength that helps us take our next steps. We honor the lives that we remember here today. We honor the love that remains. We honor the community that is gathered here. Thank you for being present. Amen. God bless you all.
Good evening. My name's Christina Hunter. I'm the Administrative Director of Oncology Services here at MD Anderson at Cooper, and I have the privilege of closing this event for this evening. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. As we close, may we leave here holding one another with compassion, remembering that love does not end and hope continues quietly, courageously within each of us. Thank you for being here, for remembering, and for honoring the lives that we've honored today. Have a good evening.